All right, stop Nowgimme25. We are going to do a standing hamstring exercise. Really simple, but do watch first. And there's only going to be one or two major cues on this one. And you just might want to be next to a wall or have a chair or desk for some balancing support, because we are doing one leg at a time, 25 reps each. And it simply looks like this, starting in a neutral standing position. So you don't normally stand like this, right? So about hip distance apart. Once you're set there, toes pointing forward, you're going to take the working leg. So let's say it's my right leg. You're going to take that entire leg behind you, okay? As soon as you just even get in this position, you should feel that your glutes are slightly engaged. So go ahead and put your hand on your glutes so you can feel for that, and then that your hamstrings are starting to engage. From here, we take that foot off the floor, and here is our starting and ending position, okay? So this is where you might want to have a little bit of a balancing support. Have some core engagement to help you balance. Then we're just going to pulse the heel. We're going to lead with the heel on the way up, and then we're going to lead with the toe on the way down. And you were trying to get the back of the calf to meet the hamstring. And you should feel that down the length of the hamstrings, as well as right at your glute and hamstring tie-in all the way from there, because they do need to work together. But we're setting the intention down the hamstring. All right, so there's the exercise. Let me tell you about the most important cue. I'm going to use the stick as a just as a visual. So we're going to consider the hip down to the knee, down to the ankle as our body line to focus on. So when that leg goes back, I need the entire leg, including the knees. So focus on the knee placement to go back as well. So here's where I'm starting. If I take the leg back, that entire knee needs to go behind that body line. So not just the foot here, where we're leaving the knee in line or ahead of that body line, see? So we want to make sure that the knee itself also travels back, and that's where we remain, okay? So that's going to be the most important cue. Now, of what to do. Then here's a couple things of what not to do. So once you've got that set, I don't want you to hinge, because now we're turning it into a different exercise. We just want to be at that slight lean of the torso, about 10 degrees, 20 degrees max, and stay there. We don't want to lock the knee, okay? So have the standing leg be straight but not locked, okay? And then your feet are going to be in nice full contact, and both feet, the toes are facing forward, even when you're working here. So the toes would go straight down towards the floor, okay? Even though we're not tapping the floor, okay? And so as you do this, you don't want to flop around. You want it to be a very intentional squeeze, okay? And send all your intention to that hamstring, okay? So don't be too forward. Play around within that 10-degree range of the angle of the torso to the floor to find where you engage the most, okay? And go ahead and put your hands here so that you can feel it work, okay? Hi, monkey. I think that's about it on this one, okay? Oh, I know, the only thing that you could play around with as far as getting a little bit more out of it is not only not flopping, but playing with the tempo of the movement. So if we go a little bit slower, okay, on that squeeze up, and or a little bit slower on that squeeze down, just to give yourself a little bit more time and attention. All right, give it a go. Let's see those hamstrings pop.